Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever time it is video finds you. It's boy Jay here, and last week I made a video talking about Title Update 4 and my feelings about it, despite us having no information, so it's a bit more speculative than usual. And that video went on to become the most watched video on this channel, and the comment section exploded. I have had so many conversations with my fellow hunters, and it was all pretty civil for the most part. So I just want to thank you guys for the love and the support that you guys gave that video, and yeah, it was awesome. So thank you guys so much for that. And then also, because of those conversations that I had in that comment section, I got a couple ideas, and I was like, oh my god, we might be getting Orochi Kirin, you know what I'm saying? So I tweeted out a picture putting the Title Update 4 silhouette next to Orochi Kirin and seeing how it kind of lines up, and that tweet kind of took off too. So I had even more conversations with my fellow hunters, and traded ideas and had a lot of civil discussions about why or maybe why not we could be getting Orochi Kirins. It's been a great time, and I've had a blast talking to you guys about speculating what's going on in this next patch. But because of these conversations, I've noticed something that kind of comes up pretty often, and I want to talk about it here in this video. So yeah, sit back, relax, and just hear me out, and let's explore this a little bit. All right, so let's get right into it. Okay, so the top guess so far has been Velkhana, right? So everybody and their mom thinks it's going to be Velkhana who's coming. If you turn her head to the side or whatever and you line it up, it kind of lines up really well. Two other guesses that I saw that were really out there was Kirin slash Orochi Kirin, right? Because they have the same silhouette, they're the same monster, one's a sub, you know what I mean? Personally, I'd like Orochi Kirin more because we haven't fought that since 4U, and we just got Kirin in Iceborne, which is the footage you're looking at now. And then another guess was Lao Shanlong. All right, people seem to be kind of heavy for a siege, or kind of excited for a siege type monster to hit Sunbreak, and I'm really liking that guess. Now, the problem with all of these guesses is, well, each of these guesses has a different problem, but they're all problems, so to speak, according to the community at large. Kirin's problem, nobody liked him. When I brought up Kirin, people were like, oh, hell no, not no Kirin, bro. I ain't want to fight no Kirin, bro. Hell no. Oh my god. Ugh. People hated the idea of Kirin coming back in Sunbreak, right? Because of the nature of the fight, the hard skin, the small monster. He's only really weak in one small spot. He's kind of challenging. I like it. I like all of those things. I think those things are a good thing. Most people brought up Sunbreak is not hard enough. Everything's too easy. Bring Kirin on, let him trash us. You know what I mean? I want to suffer a little bit. I'm cool with it, right? Up next is Lao Shanlong. Okay, now the Lao Shanlong problem. Oh my god, boring siege. I'm gonna go to sleep. Lao Shan is so boring, blah blah blah. For those of you who've played Lao Shanlong, it's a little different, right? There's like a cart with a cannon on it, and you roll by and you shoot him, and I'm gonna be honest here, Lao Shanlong is the most interactive fight in the series. He kind of walks through to the end, and you hit him with a Dragonator, you shoot cannonballs, it's over. So that was Lao Shanlong's issue, is that he's boring as hell and nobody wants him to come back, right? And then the issue with the third monster that's leading so far. So what I've seen from my comment section, that is that Velkhana is, oh my god, we just got Velkhana, bro. It's gonna be disappointing. We just had Velkhana in Iceborne, blah blah blah. That's not exciting. It's the flagship from the last game. It was just here. I don't want to fight it again. Blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? A number of complaints as usual. Now, all of those complaints are coming from different people, and when you create a thing, you can't please everybody, right? If your aim is to please everybody, you're gonna please nobody. So let me get that out the way first and foremost. But all of those complaints are, a little bit justified in their own right, I would say. However, there is something that I feel like that we're ignoring or not really talking about, and that is how much Capcom changes monsters from game to game, right? So, I mean, let me start this off with shout out to one of my favorite Monster Hunter creators, Heavy Wings, right? His whole channel almost is predicated on how much the monsters change from game to game, So Capcom could bring these old favorites back, maintain their identity, and change them a whole lot to make them a lot better of an experience to hunt. And we've seen this. We've seen this with Kushala Daora, right? We've seen this with Rathalos. We've seen this with Lucent Nargacuga. These monsters, you know, when they bring a monster back from the past, it's not a copy-paste job, right? And, you know, if this patch is something to believe, like it's gonna be quite lean, right? Like 2 monsters, a powered up elder and the returning elder, which means they really have been working on this returning elder, making changes to make it suit the game that it's in, with the higher speed, with the wire bugs, with all the counters, with the new move set. That, like, to sit here and say, like, I don't want this monster to come back, it's gonna be boring. Bro, have you fought Rise Kushala and compared it to World Kushala? Huge difference, despite it being, you know, 1 game away. So the fact that you know, Velkhana might come back from Iceborne and everyone's gonna be like, oh, that's not gonna be exciting, it's gonna be boring, it's gonna be the same. What? No way, man. I think they're gonna make changes to the monster to make it suit the game, and or they might bring just the variant like they did with Valstrax, right? We have Crimson Glow Valstrax. We don't have base Valstrax in Rise and Sunbreak. So, and Valstrax was a pretty new monster as well. He's the flagship of GU, and GU came out just before World came out. So it's like, yo, they're gonna change up the monsters to make it a better experience, or make the experience at least very different from what we've had in the past. And the best example for this is Lucent Nargacuga, right? Looking at Lucent in his 3U form and comparing it to Sunbreak is night and day. It's the same monster, yeah, in identity. They both go invisible, they're both Nargacugas, they both have tail blades, but the hunting experience is way different. Way different, given what the hunter can do, given what the monster can do, how the monster utilizes its abilities. So this idea that, like, oh, I don't want to see this monster come back in a future game because it's boring as hell, is just not the way to think, because Capcom has shown that they're making changes to some of the legacy monsters in the series when they bring them back. They make changes to make them more fun, or to make them suit the game better, even if we just got the monster, right? I.e. Rathalos. Rathalos is in every single Monster Hunter game. But, like, I remember when, you know, Rise first came out and we all got to Rathalos, we were like, yo, Rathalos is hella different. I'm liking this. Usually he's annoying as hell. Now we kind of like fighting Rathalos, you know what I mean? So I just want to, you know, get out here and talk about this idea that, like, yeah, I don't want X monster to return because it's boring, or I don't want X monster to return because I even saw, like, a tweet or a rebuttal, like, yeah, Kirin is not title update material. Bro, what? He could be if Capcom wants him to be. Like, if Capcom goes in there and brings Orochi Kirin back and make it more of a spectacle than it was before in 4U, and really, like, play up how epic the monster could be, then yeah, it could be title update material. Are you kidding me? Like, that's not hard at all. Like, they just have to sit down and work on it and you know, play it up and change the mechanics a little bit to make it more of a spectacle for it to come this late in the game. That's not to say that voicing your complaints is a bad thing. In fact, good criticism is great. It helps Capcom, you know, make better experiences for us and create better monsters and create more epic and great hunts for us to remember forever. So yes, voicing your complaints, it's not a bad thing. I just wanted to come out here and you know, put this out that, like, you know, I've got a little bit of faith in Capcom. I believe in Capcom a little bit, because as of late, as of, you know, World and Iceborne, these Monster Hunter experiences that they've been giving us has been excellent. So I would love to see, you know, whatever monster they choose to bring us and change it up to create a great hunting experience for us, no matter what. Even if I hated the monster in the past, I still want to see it come forward in the future and have more people experience it, because more people are playing Monster Hunter now than ever before, and maybe the experience is totally different and it'll be something I like now, you know? So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there and I guess try to put, you know, positive vibes out there and have people say, like, hey man, be a bit more positive about the speculative, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what's coming. They could bring a monster you hate, change it completely, and then it becomes your favorite monster of all time because of just how different it is. You know, that's a possibility. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there and make this video and talk about how Capcom can work a little bit of magic when it comes to bringing back monsters from the past. If you like Monster Hunter content, be sure to subscribe on your way out. Thank you for watching, and let me know in the comment section below if you agree with me, or if I'm speaking facts, or if you disagree with me. Let me know. I will reply to each and every comment that hits this video, like I did that breakout video last week. And yeah, looking forward to having more conversations with my fellow hunters, and looking forward to hunting the new experiences awaiting us in Title Update 4. Thank you, and happy hunting. Peace.